You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Emmanuel Macron comfortably defeated far-right rival Marine Le Pen on Sunday the 24th, heading off a political earthquake for Europe and acknowledging dissatisfaction with the first term and saying he would seek make amends.
His supporters erupted with joy as the result appeared on a giant screen at the Champ de Mars Park by the Eiffel Tower. Leaders in Berlin, Brussels, and London and beyond welcomed his defeat of the nationalist Eurosceptic Le Pen. With 97% of votes counted, Macron was on course for a solid 57.4% of the vote, Interior Ministry figures showed. But in his victory speech, he acknowledged that many had only voted for him only to keep Le Pen out, and he promised to address the sense of many French that their living standards are slipping. Many in this country voted for me not because they support my ideas, but to keep out those of the far right. I want to thank them and know I owe them a debt in the years to come, he said. No one in France will be left by the wayside, he said in a message that had already been spread by senior ministers during their rounds on French TV stations. 2 years of disruption by the pandemic and surging energy prices, exacerbated by the Ukraine war, catapulted economic issues to the fore of the campaign. The rising cost of the living has become an increasing strain for the poorest in the country. He needs to be closer to the people and to listen to them, digital sales worker Virginie, 51, said at the Macron rally, adding he needed to overcome a reputation for arrogance and soften a leadership style Macron himself called Jupiterian. Le Pen, who at one stage of the campaign had trailed Macron by just a few points in opinion polls, quickly admitted defeat, but she vowed to keep up the fight with parliamentary elections in June. "I will never abandon the French," she told supporters chanting Marine, Marine. Macron can expect little or no grace period in a country whose stark political divisions have been brought into the open by an election in which radical parties scored well. Many expect the street protests that marked part of his first term to erupt again as he presses on with pro-business reforms. Macron pointed to Le Pen's past admiration for Russia's Vladimir Putin as showing she could not be trusted on the world stage, while insisting she still harbored plans to pull France out of the European Union, something she denies.